No wealth coming at your comfort
on
on
a
a Thursday.
Thursday. We'd like to know, what are you guys expecting or thinking about on this beautiful Thursday?
Oh yeah. What are you thinking about on this beautiful Thursday? Please do post below. Comment, share, like, and subscribe.
We'd like to hear your thoughts about what's happening, guys. What's happening on this Thursday?
So now today we'll be speaking about the window period of income. You must be asking yourself, what is that?
Definitely a window that you'd like to break in. Window period income. So I think it's very important that in order to understand the full breadth of this topic, we need to know, distinguish two terms in particular, asset and liability. Because I think these two terms are used on a day-to-day basis. However, it happens that a lot of people don't really understand the differences between the two. Because trust me, these two do have a direct influence towards the topic today, which is window period income. I think you'll clarify that for us.
Okay, so now you have liabilities and you have assets, right? So now whenever you hear a term called liability,
Yes.
right? I want you to think of something that takes money out of your account, right? That's negative,
That's
right?
negative.
And then when you hear asset, I want you to think positive. It's something that gives you money, right? So now say for instance, you have two people, right? They both own a property.
Okay.
Let's say next door neighbors, right?
Yeah.
So now you have Neo and you have Lebu, right?
Okay.
So now Neo actually pays bond every month, right?
Okay.
He lives with his family on the property.
Okay.
But now what Lebu did is that he had back rooms whereby
So
people
wait a
actually
minute.
live
Is this, when you're saying I'm paying bond, that means money is going out
from
me?
your pocket. So
Okay.
now that would be a liability.
Of course.
So
Of course.
now,
Of course.
on the other side, Lebu, what he did is that he built back rooms, and then he actually has tenants which actually pay money to him,
Okay.
right? So now these tenants are able to cover his bond and actually give him a profit, right? So now in those terms, right, that house of Lebu's would be a asset.
I see. Classic example. So now those are our two definitions for liability and assets. So getting deep into it, we'd like to speak about employees. Now, employees and window linking employees with window period income. If you're an employee, you'll be working until round about 55 to 65.
Yeah,
55 to
I think
65.
that's fair enough.
So that's your window period of income whereby money is coming through. So now it's actually important that you invest this money into something. It can be passive or it can be portfolio that will actually sustain your life after that. Because now you don't want a situation whereby you work for 65 years and then you get a package only to find out that life is tough.
And it happens to most of our people, hey?
Life is tough because now you didn't plan for the future. So now hence we emphasizing that within that window period of the age that you are currently to 55 or 65, you should have a budget, a strict budget whereby you're working towards the future that will sustain you for the life after you have retired.
Sweet. So now where it becomes different with the businesses and the small businesses is that you do not know if your company or your business will be alive within the next 10 years.
I mean, we're living in a competitive environment.
Yeah.
Today you can be relevant, tomorrow it's another thing.
So now what happens is that when you're a startup, right, you have a monthly inflow, right? Even if it's maybe 10 Rand of profit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But now after a while, you start seeing growth within your business, right? So now once your business starts reaching a peak, right, you should be able to be actually taking that money and banking it one side. Because now what happens with most businesses is that people actually become relaxed, and then what happens is that the businesses do not actually have now money to
Sustain.
sustain. So now if the money isn't there to actually sustain and they do not have money which is banked one side, it becomes now a problem for the business to actually continue. So now with that window period, the window period would be when money is actually coming every month.
Yes, yes. And I think what's important with businesses is that as the business owner, you should be able to separate yourself and from the business.
I think that's a problem with many businesses.
Yeah, yeah. What do you
Yeah.
think is the problem, if you can elaborate?
Whereby you're not able to actually distinguish between your income and the business's income, right? You should be able to separate the two. So now say for instance, right, you're selling sweets, right?
Okay.
So now you have a 10 rand, right? And you actually invest it and you get double the amount, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now you'd get 20 rand, right?
Yes, yes.
So now what happens most of the time is that the business person actually takes that 10 rand and say the 10 rand is his profit, right? So now after using the 10 rand that he got from the business, stocking again, right? The business doesn't actually grow. You see? So now as a business person, you should be able to actually distinguish that, okay, this would be my income, this would be the business's income, and then this money would be for stock.
If we don't separate the two, it will actually make the window period of income quite blurry, because you won't see the differences between is the business growing or is the person actually growing. Because now what also happens, as you said, if you're in a financial crisis, it's going to have a direct impact towards the business. So we do not want to find ourselves in such situations. That is window period of income. Window period income. Hope the content provided to you was very insightful. I hope you can take this content, see where you are in life, plan for the future, and then let's work towards it, guys. Don't be caught wanting.
I really hope you enjoyed, guys. Please do like, share, subscribe, and
comment.
comment below. Comment below.
We'd love to see what you guys think.
We'd like to hear what you guys think. Till next time,
Normal
normal.
Wealth, signing out.